Think you know all about Kevin Costner? Well, think again, because there's a side of his career you didn't know about. Your favorite on-screen heartthrob is quite the musician, too. Stick around to know all about it. Jack of all trades. Most people are familiar with Kevin Costner as a terrific producer, top-notch performer, and undisputed hottie. Ree Drummond definitely agrees with that, we're sure. Kevin has spent decades cementing his position as one of Hollywood's biggest actors, from his earliest 80s films to his current role on Yellowstone. But only a few are aware of his abilities outside of the TV and film industries. We'll just say it out loud. Kevin Costner is somewhat of a rock star. Literally. We can wait if you need a moment to swoon before proceeding. Because guess what? You might become obsessed with his band, Kevin Costner and Modern West, after hearing them. Well, his love for music started early. Kevin, who was born in 1955, learned to play the piano at a young age by imitating his grandmother. He listened to a wide variety of music, including Carole King, The Four Seasons, and The Doors. Kevin made the decision to form a band a couple of years before he won an Academy Award in 1991. It was a short-lived band called The Roving Boy. In 1985, Kevin Costner became a Hollywood heartthrob thanks to his breakthrough performance in Silverado. After that, he gained praise from critics for roles in movies like Dances with Wolves, JFK, and The Bodyguard. The truth is, Kevin has had a wonderful career in show business, but acting is only one aspect of it. What many don't know is that the father of seven has been performing since 2007 with his country rock group, Modern West. No, wait. It's called Kevin Costner and Modern West. You know, the guy's a force of nature for proving his talent and passion in music over the years, in addition to delivering great acting performances. Costner told AARP in 2020, "I grew up singing and performing music in the church, so that was my first love." So in 2007, the actor went back to his first love. In fact, we have his now ex-wife to thank for it. The group was formed because of Christine Baumgartner's suggestion that he should reconnect musically with his buddy, songwriter John Koinman. He mulled over all of it and even kind of avoided it, but she pressed him to do it for 2 years since she could tell he was missing out on a passion of his, until he finally agreed. That's right, 10 years later, she was the one who pushed him to pick up music again. The rebirth of Modern West. To give their band another chance, Kevin contacted his pals Blair Forward and John Koinman. By the way, he formed Roving Boy with these two as well. Then the three teamed up once again with Teddy Morgan, Larry Cobb, Park Chisholm, and occasional fiddlers to create Modern West. Before Untold Truths, their debut album was released in 2008, the band went on tour. The album debuted on the US Billboard Top Country Albums at number 61, and the band had a fantastic year, in which they racked up great reviews from fans around the globe. Soon came a second album and a European tour, and Kevin was loving traveling with some of his closest friends. The thing he loves the most about music is that he can compose it with his friends, and that creates a bond, a camaraderie, that he finds really satisfying. Then, Kevin's Emmy Award-winning miniseries, Hatfields and McCoys, inspired the band to create their third album, Famous for Killing Each Other. Another little tidbit you might not know, Lily Costner, his daughter, also provided vocals for the album. Speaking of his shows inspiring his music, Modern West released their Tales from Yellowstone CD in June 2020. The 16-song album has music that captures the viewpoint of Kevin's character John Dutton in the popular series Yellowstone. He tweeted how special these songs were to him, and fans got to listen to him create magic on screen and in the background. Episodes of the show featured a couple of these songs, including The Killer, We Don't Run, and Heaven's Gate. Costner talked about the connection between the music and Yellowstone's storyline, explaining that these are songs that don't always center around John Dutton. Instead, the music complements what is going on in the show. Oh, and Modern West even performed a series of shows across the country to support the 4th season of Yellowstone. Over time, the band gained many fans, including Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, two of the biggest names in country music, who joined the crowd in Indiana during their tour. Backstage, Kevin posed for a picture with the famous pair, making country music fans very happy. Ups and downs. For Costner, inspiration comes from music, as he often takes on parts outside of Yellowstone. As a band, Kevin Costner and Modern West have so far enjoyed a successful career. The group has released a total of 5 albums since they were founded around 20 years ago, and the musicians have also released a ton of singles and EPs. Many people don't know that the reason why he juggles acting and singing is because Kevin Costner has a deep love for the storytelling power of music. The Bodyguard actor has openly discussed how his acting and music are intertwined. In an interview, Costner talked about the Tales from Yellowstone and said, "It's always about my feelings, about the characters I'm going to be interacting with. That's exactly how I prepare for a part, and it starts with music." Costner also revealed that the tracks by Kevin Costner and Modern West have often allowed him to work alongside his family, which is very special to him. For instance, when he performs Let Me Be the One, his daughter Lily joins him on the road so that they can sing a duet together. In 2015, Costner spoke candidly about his experience as the band's frontman, describing the happiness he feels in telling stories through music, calling it the best method for me to truly interact with people. Even though Costner still makes appearances on the big screen, he makes sure to increase his visibility to his fans and supporters by showcasing his other talents. It was with that in mind that he decided to pursue a music career, but it hasn't all been easy. He's spoken about not being able to tour for longer than 15 to 20 days and wonders if people think he's just another actor going on to pursue an expensive hobby. Plus, a tragic incident in 2009 drastically changed Costner's life. They were on tour when a violent thunderstorm slammed the Big Valley Jamboree in Camrose, Alberta. The stage and stands collapsed just as they were about to start. 75 people were injured, and a woman even lost her life. Later on, funds were collected by them to help the 2 children she left behind. In a 2012 interview, Costner discussed the tragic event, which taught him how precious life is. He, along with 2 of his bandmates, were inches from dying under the stage when it collapsed. In that moment, he realized how priceless and fleeting life can be, and well, he's been making the most of it since then. Actor or musician? After succeeding in Hollywood, quite a few actors have gone on to do musical projects, so he wasn't the first or the last. Actors have dabbled in pop music since the dawn of time, but a true double threat is difficult to pull off. The history of actors turned musicians is full of a murderer's row of comically terrible bands. We're talking Bruce Willis's embarrassing attempts into blues rock, Jada Pinkett Smith's pitiful rap rock band Wicked Wisdom, Jared Leto's post-grunge band 30 Seconds to Mars. There have been more hits than misses, which explains Kevin Costner's hesitation. But it's different with him. He was a rising singer-songwriter before his acting career took off, and when his movie career took off, his interest in music was put on hold. Even though having a Hollywood lightning rod in the spotlight could seem to open doors, Costner argues that his fame only made the route more difficult for the modern West. Like he was terrified to sing in public after reading a particularly nasty remark about his voice in a Los Angeles Times article from 1988. It would be more than 2 decades before Costner performed again. But the truth is, the majority of modern West's discography is clear, simple, and workmanlike. It sounds like it would have fit in very well in the late 1980s or early 1990s when Costner was at the height of his acting career. It's not a bored millionaire's pet project, it's a sincere one, and the band has some top-notch artists along with the famous frontman. So Modern West's crisp, clean delivery of its countryish rock is more than enough to keep the band off the lists of the worst actor bands. Okay, they may not have toured Europe or performed at the Ryman if Kevin Costner weren't, a movie star. But the group has enough hits to have built a solid fan following through the years. Let us know in the comments below what your reviews of Kevin Costner's band are. We'll see you in the next video.